This is Homelink 8.7, Fractions and Mixed Numbers for Grade 3 Everyday Math. Today the class began looking at fractions greater than 1 and mixed numbers. We have been working with region or area models, shaded regions, for these numbers. Problem 5 asks about fractions of a set. The whole is a dozen eggs, so each egg is 1/12 of the whole. Have your child explain how he or she figured out what the fraction and mixed number should be for the egg carton drawings. Okay, so for this, number 1, the question is how many fourths? Well, we're simply going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 fourths. And the actual fraction would be 6 over 4. 6 fourths. Okay, and then we need to color 6 fourths. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we colored 4 fourths, and that made 1 whole. And then we're going to color 2 more fourths, 5 and 6. Okay, so the mixed number is going to be 1, because that's 1 whole, and then 2 out of 4 parts of another whole. 1 whole and 2 fourths. For number 2, how many fifths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fifths. Write the fraction, 9 fifths. Okay, and like I told the kids, if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, it means there's more than 1 whole there. Up until this point, we've only looked at denominators that are smaller than the numerator, which is less than 1 whole. Now we have to color 9 fifths. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fifths here in this hole. So that equals 1 whole. And then we have to color 4 more fifths. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the mixed number is going to be 1 and 4 out of those 5 fifths. 1 and 4 fifths. Next, for number 3, how many thirds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 thirds. So the fraction is going to be 7 over 3, 7 thirds. Okay, color 7 thirds. So there's 3 thirds, that's 1 whole. And here's another 3 thirds, which is 6 thirds. Okay, that's another whole. And then, so I did 6 thirds, and then I have 1 more third. That's 7 thirds right there. So the mixed number is going to be 1, 2 wholes, and 1 out of 3 of another whole, 1/3. Okay, and then this Homelink has 2 pages. And the second page is almost all the pages are try this here. So the question is, what fraction of the whole carton is each egg? And like it said in the directions, the fraction each egg is going to be 1/12, because it says each egg. So that means 1 out of 12. Alright? Now, if we look at what we're presented with here for question number 5, what we have to do is we have to see the fraction and then write the fraction as a mixed number. So, we have 12 eggs here, that's 12 out of 12. Okay? Then we have 12 eggs here, that's also 12 out of 12. And then we have 4 eggs here, that's 4 out of 12. Alright, and if there's 12 eggs in each carton, then 12ths is going to be the denominator that we're using. We'll add up these numerators to find out how many we have out of all of these eggs. 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 4 more is 28. So we have 28 twelfths, 28 out of 12. And we definitely have more than 1 whole here. This is 1 whole, and this is 1 whole here, and then we have 4 out of 12 more. So we have 2 whole cartons, and then 4 out of 12 filled up in the next carton. So the mixed number is 2 and 4 twelfths. Okay? Now for the last one, the last section here is a practice session. And please pay attention to the signs, because there are some multiplication, not multiplication, I'm sorry. There are some subtraction and some addition problems, so you have to pay attention to which is which. We're going to start with the subtraction problems. So 301 minus 288 is going to be 1 minus 8, we can't do it, so we're going to have to borrow from here. So that's going to be a 9, because we're borrowing across to 0, and that's going to be a 2. Alright, so we'll put this 1 here. 11 minus 8 equals 3. 9 minus 8 equals 1. Alright, and then 2 minus 2 is 0. So the answer to number 6 is 13. And that's kind of a tricky one because we had to borrow across that 0. But when we borrow across the 0, we just make the 0 a 9, because it would be like borrowing 1 from here to make it 10, crossing out to make it a 9. And then that's why we just made this one less over here. The 3 went to a 2. Alright, the next one we have is addition. 7 plus 9 is 16. Put down the 6, carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 27 plus 19 equals 46. And it's a good idea to get in the habit of circling your answers for the teacher to be able to find the answer easily on the paper. Alright, 600 minus 476. 0 minus 6, we can't do it, so we have to make that a 10. Borrow it, and then we can't really borrow much from here, so we're going to make it a 9, and then make this one a 5. We just take one away. We gave it here, but we had to borrow it for here. So 10 minus 6 equals 4. 9 minus 7 equals 2, and 5 minus 4 equals 1. So 124 should be the answer to 600 minus 476. For 131 plus 99, 1 plus 9 is 10. Put down the 0, carry the 1. 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Put down the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 131 plus 99 should equal 230. Okay, and that's Home Link 8.7, Fractions and Mixed Numbers for Grade 3 Everyday Math.